Right, let's get started with The Guardian in the UK, where the top headline is US military launches fresh strikes on Iran as Donald Trump threatens much worse to come. It's the story dominating the world today. The paper, The Guardian, is focusing on the United States military hitting several targets in Iran just hours after the president announced that an interim peace agreement was over. These new strikes were meant as a response to recent attacks on commercial ships in the vital waterway of the Strait of Hormuz. India's Hindustan Times is also covering the same story. Trump threatens more strikes but no return to war. So the article highlights that following the latest exchange of fire, President Trump warned of more military action, but clarified he does not want a full-scale, long-term war. He accused Iran of behaving very badly by attacking ships, a situation that has already caused oil prices to shoot up. Pakistan's Daily Times, delving into the same headline, Trump says Iran war accord is over and rejects new talks. The paper states that while speaking in the Turkish capital, the president announced the end of diplomatic understandings with Tehran and said there would be no more negotiations. He also suspended Iran's ability to legally sell oil to keep up the pressure. In the Financial Times, the leading story, still about Trump, but slightly different story. Ankara appoints Trump Lords NATO summit. So the article notes that President Trump called the alliance summit very successful and said the group is now unified. He also used the event to confirm the ceasefire with Iran is over, which is driving oil prices higher, as other papers have reported, because of a fear of a return to full-scale conflict. The Dhaka Tribune, Iraq's holy cities host funeral processions for Khamenei. The paper is focusing on the huge crowds that have been gathering in Najaf, despite the scorching heat, to mourn the late Iranian Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei. His coffin was brought to a sacred shrine as part of a 6-day public mourning period, meant to show strength and unity. The Washington Post, Graham Plattner ends main Senate campaign after sexual assault allegations. So according to the paper, a political newcomer hoping to win a key Senate seat has officially dropped out of the race. His decision came Wednesday night after a woman he used to date publicly accused him of assault, leaving his party with a short window to find a replacement. On the China Daily, Xi calls for advancing sci-tech innovation. So the article is talking about President Xi Jinping urging his country to speed up its efforts to become a global leader in science and technology by the year 2035. He was speaking at a major conference in Beijing, highlighting that innovation is key to the nation's modernization and future development. Finally, we go to the Australian. They are leading with the headline, Telstra's 30 million on the line. So the news report explains that a major telecom company in Australia is facing massive fines after a software defect caused a nationwide outage that left people unable to make emergency calls. The broken system caused chaos for train networks and left hundreds of thousands of people stranded during their morning commute.